Don't know. It's really interesting.
You're going to have to help us out. First, I wanted to read this while you're out here, even at the risk of maybe embarrassing you because it's from Time magazine, which can be very difficult sometime on reviews of motion pictures. And they talk about your work. And they said there is a core of strength in her, even when she is playing losers, a lack of guile and artifice that is extremely appealing. She evokes sympathy without asking for pity. That's very nice. You know, you don't get lots of good things said about you often in this business, most of us.
No, that's why I don't read reviews.
Don't you really? Oh, come on now. I don't believe that.
No, I don't. I'm chicken. I have people read them to me, but I don't read them. No, I have people tell me if they're good or if they're bad, and
I've heard of that. Richard Burton says he would not ever read a review because it really didn't make any difference. If they liked him.
Did you ever read the reviews he's gotten, though?
Well, some of them are wonderful.
They're wonderful, yeah.
But he said, I think, and he didn't tell me this personally, that if you're reading, you get a tremendously impressionable review or favorable, you start to take it too seriously.
Yeah, you can't win either way.
Otherwise, if you read the bad ones, then you start to get depressed, so...
Yeah, they stick in your mind, those sentences. Yeah. That's lovely, though. That's a very adult review. I like that.
Do you get the impression that Albert and I don't understand the female person too well?
Yes, but I don't think you should, you know. I think that's probably best to just keep you confused in a mystery. I think that's what keeps the world going round.
Yeah, that's the trouble, I think, with so many of those self-help books that are out, that everybody must understand the way everybody else thinks and what they are emotionally going through at the moment. And maybe you shouldn't. Maybe
well, I think you should be considerate about another person's feelings and everything, but I think it was Fellini who said that man's fascination with the mystery of women and fear of them is what makes the world go round.
Fear.
But it was also Fellini who passed out LSD to everyone on the crew before he...
Oh, is that what he did?
That's fair.
So you'd have no fear, I guess.
Films. I mean, you're right.
Do you think most men have a fear of women? When I say fear, I mean are intimidated?
Oh, I think some men are intimidated by certain kinds of women, but I think it's more fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I mean, if you knew everything, I mean, you have to have something that's kept to yourself in order to have those sparks fly. If you're right there next to each other.
But there's so much that has never been taught. I mean, if you broke down everything, you still wouldn't know anything. There's just so much that's never been talked about.
True, you should learn about pheromones.
Is that like hormones?
Kind of. That's what makes people get together when there's no explanation for people getting together.
Really?
Yeah.
Pheromones?
Pheromones.
I thought those were the things they use for insects to attract the female.
Well, it's also, that's right.
To attract insects in.
No, that's exactly what it is. It's what makes ants in a group build castles and dogs pack and...
But you know female ants and male ants don't understand each other either?
No.
Same kind of arguments, too.
They have the same kind of
jealousy, cheating. Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to the hill tonight. Yeah. Anyway, we'll get back to that, because somebody told me later you got some questions that'll find out.
Well, yes,
you want to do this now for the fun?
I just found these in my dressing room, and they're all about men and women, and I just thought maybe I'd run this by you.
Give us a shot at it.
Okay. This is a pop quiz. You ready?
Why not?
Women
is there any luggage or any dish prizes for this?
I'll tell you later what you win.
I can hum the Price is Right theme.
That's right. It's underneath.
All right, guys. Women talk more about men than men talk about women. True or false? Johnny?
Men what?
Talk more about women talk more about men than men talk about women. Try to keep it clean.
I'd say no.
True. I'd say true.
University of Minnesota investigators found that women discussed men far more often than men discussed women. Women talked about men more often than about any other subject except other women. Men's conversations were most frequently devoted to business, money, other men, and then women.
So that's 2-1 for each of you guys, and I lose on that one.
Right.
Which goes to show that women are more attractive.
Unless you're a man going to a prostitute, then all those conversations would be about the woman. Business and money and other women. Yes, right.
There's exceptions to every one of these questions.
Well, this is in Minnesota, you know.
Well, it's cold up there, too.
Minnesota's...
I mean, I love my friends in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're so close to Canada.
I do love my friends in Canada.
All right, what's that?
Okay, when a couple has mother-in-law trouble, it's usually the wife's mother who's to blame. Now, he has more experience with this.
No, I would say no.
You would say it's your mother-in-law that's to blame. Your mother.
I would say it was the male's mother.
Male's mother.
Yes.
You're absolutely correct. After careful evaluation,
not that I have not had that personal problem.
No.
I would only think it would be the son's mother who would create the problem more than the wife's mother.
Why would you think that?
I just think the mother is more protective toward her son.
I agree.
Than she is toward the daughter.
I agree.
I agree.
And you're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay,
You're
we got
right.
one apiece. I got to do a commercial. We're going to come
Okay.
back. We got a film clip also of Atlantic
Oh,
City,
God,
so
oh,
stay
God.
where you are. We'll have you help. And Albert Brooks, speaking of Canada, this young lady won the Canadian equivalent of our Oscar here, the Genie, right?
For the best foreign actor.
That's very
Thank
nice. Maybe you'll follow in her footsteps up in Canada. In Atlantic City, you play a clam bar waitress who
Yeah.
aspires to be a blackjack dealer.
That's,
Right?
yes. That's true.
Somebody, you went to blackjack school, actually?
I went to clam shucking school, begging the expression, and I went to blackjack school, and I learned how to do a little bit of both. It's tough
Being
shucking
blackjack
those
dealer
clams.
is, shucking clams.
Yeah. It's very tough, and they teach you, you know, how to be very paranoid when you're dealing, and because
Yeah.
there's a little camera up above, and everyone here is trying to cheat you, and so you learn all the ritual, and but there's not too much you can do to beat someone, really. I mean, that's a very good game to play, actually, because the odds are in your favor.
You can get them in your favor if you're a good counter.
Yes, and actually
into
the
a whole other
suit
thing.
was before the Supreme Court of whether or not they could expel counters from
They shouldn't be allowed to.
Why?
Why should they be allowed to? Somebody
I agree.
Why should they be allowed to exclude from a gambling casino
Oh,
somebody,
no, that's what I'm saying.
somebody who is clever, who is not cheating, who simply knows how to play
That's
the game?
right, absolutely.
What the House is saying, in effect, is we only want to play with people who don't know how to play.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And if you know how to play, you ought to be able to know how to play.
And the court agreed.
Yeah.
So finally now they just shuffle more often, but they couldn't keep them
Or they'll
out.
put 2 or 3 decks in, but the good
Yeah.
counters can still. Anyway, we got a little film clip. Burt Lancaster's in this picture.
He sure
Right.
is, Big Bert, yeah.
And does this need any setting up, or are you just shucking away here?
No, I'm not shucking. I'm actually, I think, being emotional or something.
Well, it's okay. And here we go, folks, and there it is. Yeah. Get out of Saskatchewan, huh?
I always admire these people who can cry and keep their faces totally immobile and just have these pretty little tears trickling down, you know. It never works for me.
Why can't you? You're not able to.
Cry pretty? No, I look like that when I cry. How do you look when you cry?
Well, we don't cry.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot.
Except at autopsies.
Yes.
We'll be right back. Boy, then we cry. That's so good. That's good, huh? Well, this is the way the hour works. How fast this hour goes?
You don't mind if I stay alone, do you?
We'll do another half hour, and
I'll stay with you.
We'll bring
I'll
in an author
Hey,
to
well,
talk
I'll
with
stay,
you.
and we could have a bad party.
Hey, I hope Atlantic City is a big
Thank
success,
you.
and Modern Romance.
Thank you.
And all our friends in Canada. Tomorrow night we have Dolly Parton, Calvin Trilling, and Calvin Trillin. I always want to say Trilling. Why do I want?
Right.
It's the man's name is Calvin Trillin.
That's good.
And the Mighty Carson Art Players will emote right here. Thank you both. See you tomorrow.
Now stay tuned for Tomorrow Coast to Coast with singer-songwriter Willie Nile and author Gore Vidal as he talks about his new book, Creation.